Hi guys, welcome back. We're back with another video, and in today's video this is going to be a follow-up video on the previous video that we uploaded, which was on level counts made easy. If you haven't watched that, do find the link in the description below. On today's video we're going to be talking about how you can count levels in your M15 and H1 time frame. Sit back, relax and watch till the video ends. Alright guys, we're about to hit that 10k subscriber mark. We appreciate your help to the channel. Keep liking for the YouTube algorithm, keep commenting on every video that we post, and be sure to subscribe so that you do not miss out on increasing your knowledge in the markets. One of the subscribers asked if we can make a video on how to count levels in your M15 and H1 time frame. Let's get right into it. Hi guys, hope you guys are doing good. This is a follow-up video on our level count video that we posted. If you haven't watched it, you can check it out via the link in the description below. Alright, so on our previous video, we spoke about how we can actually count our levels from the higher time frames by understanding the directional bias and the movement of the market from the higher time frames, right? And we explained how one week of drop can actually be 3 levels of drop in the H1 time frame, right? So in this case we're going to talk about how you can count your levels in the H1 and how you can count your levels in your M15 time frame. Right, so level counts should not really confuse you. At the end of the day, what really matters is the market structure, right? But in this case, remember what we said. If you're going to look at a level count in the H1 time frame, it will be considered as a day of rise or a day of drop, right? A day of rise or a day of drop. So in this case, we can see that after this peak formation, we can see that the stops were hit. This is something that you can view in the H1 time frame. And then we had a day of drop, right? Then the dealer reverses back into a consolidation, right? So basically, this is what you need to look for, right? If you are looking to trade when you're analyzing your pairs, you want to see a peak formation, right? When you have anticipated level 3 and a peak, right? You want to see such, right? And you want to see a day of drop, and that would be considered as one level, right? That is considered as one level. So now when we go to our intraday chart, which is time frame rather, which is your M15, right? It will play out like this. We have Asian session in this scenario. We might have the Asian session, right, giving us the first leg, right, pulling off, breaking structure, and then giving you 3 small levels. Right, this can be a high probability trade if you actually backtest these 3 pushes, right, in your intraday time frame, which is the M15. In this case, this would be your Asian range high, right? And as you can see, this move and even this last move here can also have 3 little pushes within, right? And as you can see, this would be your stops getting hit. This can also be a previous day high, right? It can be a previous day high, and then the dealer will come around that area and trap. All right, so after this happens, we expect to see 3 intraday pushes, which will make up the 1 day of drop. All right, which will make up the 1 day of drop. So in this case, you'd be looking to take trades, right, at these areas. Right, you'd be looking to take trades at these areas, at the peaks. All right, now as we all know, it will not always happen like this, right? So that's why you have to be very selective, right? I mean, I know traders, very successful traders who, take 3 to 5 trades. 5 is a lot actually, 3 to 4 trades a week, and they're very successful, right? And their accuracy is on point too, because they are very selective, right? So we would expect to see something like this in the M15 time frame, right? So if you want to be an intraday trader, right, you can look for such behaviors when you are trading. Remember, do not trade until the stops are hit, right? So we can take it to the chart, right, and look at some examples, right, and variations to the theme. Remember, it will not always be textbook all the time, right? So looking at NASDAQ, we are looking at this peak right here, which was a reset, as you can see, after the 1350 crossover. This was our reset right here, right? That was a reset. So looking at it from the H1 time frame now, right, as you can see, this did not happen in one day, but what we can see, if we go to the M15 time frame from this peak there, we can see that we had level 1 rise, right? This can also happen within a day, guys. This can also happen within a day. So right here we can clearly see a burst, consolidation, and a burst, right? And then we can see price got into consolidation, right? And then we had the second day of rise. So because I mean, if you measure the length of level 1, it can give you an approximation of where the market might head to, and you can use that to place your take profits. All right, so as you can see, we had another day of rise, right here we had another day of rise, and then the dealer pulled it off, right, into another consolidation, as you can see, into another consolidation, and then from there we had another level up, right, giving us 3 levels, right? And as you can see within this move, right, this was one day, right, we can see a push into a consolidation, and a very small push, right? Not really something, but yeah, that's the pattern, right? So from there another push, and then as you can see, we've got the last push, right? Did we get a reversal there? No, because sometimes you will not always get 3 levels, clearly. Remember, the dealer has to trap. So anyways, this was nice. So can you see that in the 4-hour time frame, this is still 1 week of rise, right? This is still 1 week of rise. All right, so it means we want to see 3 levels in our H1 time frame, and there we go, right? In this case, it took this was a reversal that actually happened on Tuesday, right? So from Wednesday, the market took a different direction. Remember, first week, the first moves of the week, rather, right? It can go the opposite direction. False move, week beginning, right? False move, week beginning, trap below this area, a nice peak from that 800 EMA, and then you can clearly count one day, first level, second level, third level, giving us how many days? We're at the first day of rise, second day of rise, the third day of rise, so we're at 3 levels, and then guess what? The dealer ended the week, right? The dealer ended the week, as you can see, into a consolidation, right? Into a consolidation. So we can just say this was our level 3, right? So if we can count it from the M15, this is how these levels would be, right? This is your first level. Remember, W, peak formation, right? And if you look at our TDI, this is what we can see, right? We've got price at the extreme, right? The RSI is back, right? And finally crosses over the market baseline, right? And as you can see, a nice close above 13, right? We've got a move up, and then the next day we had a nice trade, all right? We had a nice trade right there on that EMA, a nice move up, right? Consolidation, and then the next day we've got another consolidation, and remember, trap below, the stops have to be hit. Remember, stops are hit, we can see the manipulations there, and then we had another move up, right? So you had 3 days, right? That was clear for you, if you were looking at this, right? So guys, this can be seen anyway, right? But you just need to know how to count your levels and understand that you do not need to be perfect all the time, right? You don't need to be perfect all the time, but you just need to make sure that your directional bias makes sense. Right, so here's another one. We've got a peak formation, right? What do we have right here? We've got 1 day of rise into a consolidation, right? And then another day of rise into another consolidation, and then we've got our last push up, giving us a peak formation. We can see the trend acceleration in the last level, right? trend acceleration in the last level. So looking at this was just 1 week of rise, 1 week of rise of that EMA right there. All right, so this is what you can see. Now if you go to your M15, this is how you can actually now break down these levels. All right, so this is our M15 time frame. We had our peak formation during Asian session. I mean, this is CHF JPY. They usually do that around that time. All right, and we had the first push up for the day, second push up for the day, and then we had the last push up for the day. All right, now that's how you can count your levels in the M15 time frame. All right, it will not always happen like that all the time, guys. I mean, we had a peak formation here, level 1, so we just had 2 levels for that day into a consolidation leading to the reset, right? And we continued going, right? We can clearly count peak formation there. We've got level 1 into a consolidation, level 2, and we had the last levels, right? As you can see there, and then we had a peak formation, right? So as you can see, sometimes it will not always be 3 levels. All right, guys, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon to be the first to watch when we upload any new content. All right, don't forget to backtest. Also check out our free Telegram channel. Find the link in the description below for free signals and free setups and more educational content.